Welcome back to Solorio Eats. We're cooking, but we're not using your grainy salt.
Sup guys, welcome back to another episode of Solorio Eats. Today we're going to be getting into one of my favorite things, General Tso's chicken, or General Tso's, however the hell you pronounce it. This thing is super delicious. Everybody's got their favorite Chinese takeout spot. You know, I have my favorite, I know you guys have your favorite spot, but you know, a lot of these Chinese takeout spots have just been slacking. You know, the chicken is just not busting like it used to bust. And today I will be showing you guys how to make a proper bussin' General Tso's chicken. I'll be showing you step by step how to marinate the chicken, how to fry the chicken, how to make the sauce, how to make the broccoli, that nice, beautiful, crispy green broccoli. You know, like you've been doing this for a long time. You know, you want to pretend like you've been cooking in the food industry all your life. People are going to think, wow, holy hell, Bobby, how in the did you make this? This is some bussin' chicken, my friend. And I will show you step by step on how to make that chicken. So just follow me. Make sure you guys subscribe to Solorio Eats. You know, I'll be taking you step by step. This recipe is so easy, even your mama can make this. If your mama can make this, you can definitely make this.
So this is the first thing we're gonna make. We're gonna make this luscious, beautiful General Tso's sauce. So this is gonna be our first step. This is the first thing we're gonna make. Oh crap. You know what? This is not the first thing we gotta make. We gotta back it up, guys. Bring it back. All right, take it all the way back. We gotta start all the way to the top. We definitely gotta marinate the chicken first. We gotta go all the way back, guys. Take it back, rewind. Okay, now that we're back to the top or right to the beginning, now let's get into making the first thing, the chicken marinade. And this is everything we're gonna need for our chicken marinade: some soy sauce, some OJ, that orange juice, and some cornstarch, baby. This is all you're gonna need. This is everything. Super simple. So just like I said, you know, this recipe is super easy to make. So we need to make sure that we scale this correctly. So we have our scale here and we're gonna weigh out everything. We're gonna take 200 grams of that soy sauce. You know, that's gonna make it nice and salty. It's gonna enhance our marinade and make it flavorful. And to that, we're gonna add that orange juice, that OJ. We're also gonna add 200 grams to this. You know, the orange juice is gonna also impact the flavor, but also help marinate the chicken and tenderize it. And then we're gonna add 200 grams of that cornstarch. And once again, this is gonna help us tenderize the chicken as well, but it's also gonna give us that nice, crispy exterior to our chicken thighs. So now that we have our chicken marinade ingredients scaled out, we're gonna put everything into our stainless steel bowl. Start by placing our cornstarch right in there. And then we're gonna add our wet ingredients, that OJ and the soy sauce. Pour it up in there, baby. And make sure to whisk this up until everything is fully incorporated. You know, you don't want chunks and lumps of that cornstarch floating around. You know, we wanna make sure that our chicken is floating in there and marinating nicely without being, you know, clumpy. Okay, so make sure you do yourself a favor and you go for the chicken thighs. You know, that's gonna be a lot better than the chicken breast. It's not gonna be as dry. Those chicken thighs are gonna be super juicy when we fry these things off and they marinate in this marinade. So make sure that you pick the chicken thighs over those chicken breasts. Also make sure that you're picking the skinless chicken thighs. You want to make sure that the cornstarch really sticks to the chicken when we go to fry this off. We're going to take our Yardbird chicken thighs and we're going to start slicing these into strips. And then we're going to dice them into bite-sized pieces. Make sure that you don't cut them too big, because if they are too big, they're going to take so long to cook all the way through the center. So make sure they are small enough that we can cook these all the way through, about half an inch by half an inch. Now that we have this Yardbird diced up and ready to go, we're going to take it and we're going to place it into our bowl along with that marinade that we have sitting off to the side. Make sure that you take your rubber spatula and you mix this all up. You want to make sure that every piece of this chicken is covered in that marinade. You know, the cornstarch and the soy sauce are going to help tenderize this along with the orange juice. And that soy sauce is also going to impart a lot of flavor into this. And we're just going to take it and we're going to place it into the fridge for a couple hours until we're ready to fry this off. So let me walk you through the secret of making broccoli. I'm talking about that restaurant style broccoli where it's still ripping, crispy green, and still has a lot of texture. It's crunchy. It's not mushy. It's not that disgusting army or poop green. You know, this thing is popping, baby. It is that ripping, crispy green. So now that we have the broccoli crowns right off the broccoli stems, now we need to make sure that we are cutting these into bite-sized pieces. And we're gonna take this raw broccoli and we're gonna be blanching it. And I know right now you're like, what the hell is blanching? But we're gonna go into that in just a little bit, baby. Don't you worry, we're gonna get into it. But you have to make sure that you're cutting your broccoli uniformly. And I mean, you gotta make sure that each piece that you're cutting is about the same size when we go to blanch this. That is very important. So if you don't know what the hell blanching is, it's very simple. So pretty much you're just gonna take some really hot boiling salted water and we're gonna drop our vegetables in there and we're gonna let our vegetables boil in this ripping hot water for about 2 minutes, and then we're gonna scoop them out with our spider, not that kind of spider, this kind of spider, and then we're gonna place them into ice cold water with a lot of ice. So essentially we're gonna take a vegetable, cook it to its ideal state, and then we're gonna shock it in that ice to maintain that crispy color, texture, and flavor. And that's it. Now you know how to blanch your vegetables like a pro. Just look at Bobby. Bobby's been watching these videos since day one. And look at Bobby go. He's over there at these family cookouts, throwing down, cooking things like he is a pro. But Bobby is not a pro, but he's been watching these videos since day one. Thanks, Bobby.
Oh my God. So this is what it's like to be married to an Asian lady. Oh my God, this isn't even half the rice. Oh my God, why didn't she put this into smaller containers? Well, at least we're never gonna run out of rice anytime soon. Let's get into making this rice. Dear Lord, baby Jesus.
All right, so let's get into making our steamed rice. We're gonna take 1 cup of jasmine rice and we're gonna add it to our rice cooker. And we're gonna wash and rinse off our rice 3 times. And we wanna make sure that the rice water is no longer milky, you know, it is clear. Once it is clear, we're gonna add another 1.5 cups of water to that before we cook it. And if you wanna use the ancient traditional way of the Asian peoples, like my wife, you wanna stick your pointing finger down to the first knuckle. And if you do not have enough water, just add a little bit more till it's right to that point. And put the lid on and you're ready to go. Put the sucker right on the rice cooker and 20 minutes this will be ready for you. So let's break down the most important part to this dish. I'm talking about the sauce, baby. The General Tso's sauce. This thing is so damn good. It is tangy, spicy, sweet, sour, salty. It just hits every damn note. So we are going to be needing some fresh garlic to go into our General Tso's sauce. We will be needing 12 grams to be exact. So we'll be taking our fresh garlic bulb and we're going to be taking 1 clove right out of there. And we're going to smash it. And we're going to make sure that we're mincing this up nice and fine. You know, this fresh garlic is definitely going to enhance our General Tso's sauce. You know, that nice, fragrant, fresh garlic floating throughout the sauce, hitting the back of your tongue. So we are also going to be adding fresh ginger to our sauce. And if you have never worked with fresh ginger, you're most definitely going to need your handy dandy spoon. And we're going to take that spoon and we're going to start scraping our ginger. Don't use a knife. If you go to use a knife, you're going to be cutting away too much of the ginger and you'll be wasting a lot more than you think. So stick with the spoon, scrape away at this, and then we're going to slice it, and then we're going to start dicing and mincing, baby. You know, we're going to add 12 grams to our sauce of this fresh, fragrant, pungent ginger that's going to take our sauce where it needs to go. So we're going to be scaling out a few more things for our amazing General Tso's sauce. We're going to start by scaling out 500 grams of this white sugar, that granulated sugar. And then we're going to hit it with 675 grams of that soy sauce. You know, it's not that kosher salt. It's not your granny salt. It's that Asian granny salt, baby. And then we're also going to hit it with 337 grams of distilled vinegar, 337 grams of mirin, that sweet mirin. Also 80 grams of fresh lime juice. cut those limes fresh, slice them in half, and squeeze them with Abuelita's lime squeezer. Don't be using that garbage you can get at the store that comes in the little jug. That stuff is trash. Don't use it. It's gonna make your sauce taste disgusting. And then we're gonna hit it with some spice, 200 grams of sambal. You know, if you want to go less, then you're a little wimp. You know, go with a lot, baby. This thing should be spicy. We're also going to be adding 90 grams of cornstarch, which we will be adding 90 grams of water to create a slurry later that's going to help thicken our sauce. So we're now going to take all of our ingredients that we just scaled out, and we're going to put them into a sauce pot, and we're going to bring everything up to a boil. We're going to add everything except for the cornstarch. Once this is up to a boil, we're going to take our cornstarch and add the water to it, and we're going to create our slurry. Once it's to that nice boil, we're going to start pouring our slurry right into there. Make sure to mix everything up. That way you don't get lumps and chunks of that slurry in there. You know, everything needs to be fully incorporated. And when this thing is done the right way, it'll thicken up nicely and bubbly. You know, it's going to coat the back of your rubber spatula. It's going to glaze up that chicken real nice. So we've gotten to the best part, frying the chicken. This chicken has been marinating in the fridge for a couple hours. These chicken thighs have been marinating in that cornstarch, the soy sauce, and that OJ. Oh man, these thighs have gotten so tender. Now it's time to fry these. So I'll be taking my cast iron pan and I'll be adding canola oil to it. You know, that has a high smoke point and it's not going to impart as much flavor like an olive oil would. So I'm just going to bring it up to 375 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm going to start adding my chicken in gently. You know, it is covered in cornstarch. If you drop it in too fast, it's going to start sticking to the bottom of the pan. It will tend to do that, so make sure that you're dropping this in gently. Be careful, or this will all start to clump up as one big giant chicken piece. And we don't want that. We want individual fried nuggets. So be gentle, baby. Take your time. You know, we're not in a race. We're going to fry these between 4 to 6 minutes. You know, make sure you're flipping it from time to time. That way you get that nice crispy exterior all around the chicken. We're going to start throwing all of our chicken into our bowl, and then we're going to start pouring it up with that sauce, baby. You know, this sauce is most definitely better than any takeout spot that you've been to, any Chinese takeout spot. This sauce is by far better than anything you've had. You have to give this a try. Man, look at that general sauce on that chicken. Now all we got to do is plate this up, baby. It is time to eat this. We've been waiting for this whole damn time.
For the record.
Oh man, it doesn't get better than that. Woo. It's tangy, a bit of spice, all that orange juice and that marinade with the cornstarch. That cornstarch helped to get super tender in that marinade. Wow. Make sure next time you have people over, your buddies or family, you know, you're having a little date at your house, I definitely recommend making this. It's not very hard to make. You can prep the sauce ahead of time. You can marinate the chicken ahead of time. And I did mine in a cast iron pan to fry my chicken, but if you have one of those fry daddies right at your house, those little small fryers, you can make it in there as well. Easier for yourself. You don't have the hassle of having to pan fry it if you don't want. You know, very easy. Throw that rice in the steam cooker. Just look at this thing. I don't know if you can see it. It's so tender. My God, is this tender. I only marinated the chicken probably for like 3 hours. Wow. That orange juice and the soy sauce definitely imparted a lot of flavor in here. You know, we're not using that granny salt. or that kosher salt today. You know, we're using that soy sauce, baby. That's what we're using today, that Asian granny salt. So once again, guys, I hope you enjoyed watching me make this General Tso's chicken as much as I enjoyed eating this General Tso's chicken. But if you guys are new to Solorio Eats and you want to keep seeing videos like this and you want to be notified when I drop a new video, make sure you guys hit that notification bell and you guys will be notified when I do drop something new. Also, make sure you drop a like, you know, throw a comment down there on what you enjoyed or something else that I could have done that you guys want to see on the next time. But once again, thank you guys. Until next time, love you guys. I just like throwing things.